Hey everybody, welcome back to A Sweet Journey. I am Sonia, also known as Sweets, and welcome back. I have a few things that I wanted to share, and as you can see, it is another fireside chat. Today I want to update you all on my health journey, which is pretty much like a roller coaster, but not really. I'm learning some things, and that I think is the most important. And I am not like giving up and trying to start over or anything like that. I am learning. And today I just want to talk to you about a few things that I've learned. So I don't know if you all know, but 10 years ago, right before my birthday, I woke up and I couldn't move any part of my body. I couldn't move. I couldn't open my mouth. I couldn't move my hands. I couldn't hold a pen. I couldn't get up. I couldn't sit up straight. My toes were curled. My fingers were kind of twisting. And my elbows, like every place that there was a joint, there was pain, and I couldn't really walk initially. I couldn't do anything. I was just laying in the bed, just not well. And I think just over, I called my doctor. She had me come in immediately. She told me it sounded like one of two things. It sounded like lupus or rheumatoid arthritis, and she wanted to do testing immediately. And so I had a couple of friends come over and help me just kind of get dressed. It was pretty traumatic. But that happened, and I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis at that time. And it has been, so I've had rheumatoid arthritis for 10 years, and one of my biggest hopes, and one thing that I shared on my vision board in another video, is that I really wanted to get off of my rheumatoid arthritis medicines, even though my rheumatologist told me that I would be on them for the rest of my life. So that just kind of kicked off my 50th year health plans. And so starting this year, I was just like, I'm not taking my medicine. I'm just not taking it. I'll take it when I feel like I need it, but until then, I'm just not gonna take it. And so there's one specific medicine that makes me really, really sick, and it is supposed to be the thing that stops me from twisting up and stops me from cramping up the way that I was. And so it is November of this year, and I still haven't taken that medication, which doesn't mean I haven't taken other things, because I have steroids that I can take if needed, and I've even weaned myself off of that, but I have taken that this year. And then there's an infusion that my rheumatologist talked me into getting, and I've done that twice this year, but I don't really feel any effects of that. But I will tell you what has worked for me. I kind of changed my way of eating and my way of occurring in this world, which was more activity and things like that. And so several things kicked that off. One, I was turning 50, and I was the biggest that I've ever been in my entire life. I was in a size 22. I was about 279 pounds, I think, at that time, coming into this year. And I decided, at least for my 50th, I had a goal for my 50th. I didn't meet that at all, but I just knew that I needed to get some of that weight off. And that was also a health benefit for my RA. And so I made a conscious effort to add activity in my life. And activity for me is walking. Like, that is my thing. Walking and yoga. I love yoga a lot. But walking and yoga are my two things. And so because if I work out too much, like I tried Zumba, but Zumba for me, because I do have RA, it is sometimes a little bit tough on my joints. And so I try to do a lot of the exercises are like squatting, and that makes my knees unhappy, and so I don't do that. But walking for 30 minutes. And so when I started on my way to my birthday, I walked, and I decided that I would just eat right, and right for me is more vegetables, more fruit, less, like, if at all possible, no gluten. Gluten just swells me. It makes me hurt. I know immediately that I've done wrong when I eat bread or pasta, even cheese, even though that's not gluten, but even cheese, I can feel it. I feel it almost immediately in my joints. And so getting off of those things, or eating as little of those things as possible, is just helpful for me. So I did those things, and by my birthday, by my 50th, I had lost, I think, maybe 10, 15 pounds, which was good because I felt good, and I was able to do this wonderful like photo shoot, and I was feeling sexy and everything was great. But it kicked off, and this is how my brain works. If I do something and it works, it kind of kicks me into gear. And that's exactly what that did. And so then from July until now, it's November. So like several months now, I have had several things that I've done that have worked for me. And I am almost at 30 pounds that I've lost now. And I actually went, I had to give away some jeans and some pants, which I was really excited about because I'm in a size kind of a 16 right now. And I actually even have a pair of 14 pants that I was able to buy, and not just buy, but I can fit them, I can wear them, and I love the way I look in them, and that makes me so happy. But I still haven't met my goal yet, which is okay, because there are things that I'm learning and things that I want to make sure that I incorporate in my life. So that's what I want to share with you. So lesson number one, I tried to, the month of October, I was a vegan for the majority of the month. It lasted maybe 20 days. I think I was a vegan for 20 days out of the 31 days of October. And which is, again, it's fine, because one of my big things is whatever it is that I choose to do, I want to do it for the rest of my life. And so I don't want to do something that is this fad kind of diet. I don't want to do that. So that's my lesson is I can eat anything, right? And there was one week where I lost 3 pounds and I ate like Reese cups, which are my favorite. I ate chips. I ate all kinds of stuff, all my favorite things. And I lost 3 pounds still. It was the weirdest thing, but I was still working out. So I think that helped. But lesson number one is that I am figuring out what works and what doesn't work, not just for weight loss, but for my health. And so I know that the more vegetables, the more fruit, and the more fish that I eat, the better I feel. And so that will remain. So that's one thing that I learned in this time frame, that I've lost some pounds, and that is like my body does well with fruit, vegetables, and fish. So that's the first thing. Second thing is drinking lots of water, and by lots of water, it's I grab probably like a 16-ounce, sometimes a bottle of water, sometimes I put it in a container and drink it, but 16-ounce bottle, if I grab one of those, I usually grab like 4 or 5. And so I try to drink all 4 or 5 of those in a day. When I don't do that, I can feel it. And it's not in my joints, but I feel it. Like my lips are dry, my hands are dry, they're like rough, like right now, right, for instance, I need water. But drinking more water, and there was a video that I did with my brother where he said something that is key, which is water is life. And the more water you drink, the better. I had a scare with my kidney. Most of you know, if you watched that video, that I donated a kidney to my brother. And so I only have one kidney, and I have to be really, really careful. And so, you know, I'm 50, and so I have health stuff. But I'm learning that you can still be healthy. It doesn't matter. So I have RA. I have one kidney. I had gone to the doctor, gotten blood work, and it had my creatinine, I think is creatinine. It was high, which is sometimes an indication that your kidney is not filtering well. I was trying to make sure that I am careful about what I do with my life. And so one big piece of learning for me, and one thing that I'm trying to live into, is making sure that I drink enough water. And it helps with weight loss, but it really helps with making sure that you're feeling the kind of energy that you need. You feel like you have to stay hydrated. I live in Colorado, and so, you know, you really, really, really have to remain hydrated. So that's lesson number 2. So the first lesson is eating the right things for your body. The second thing is drinking enough water for your body, okay? The third thing is one of the key things for me, and it was the thing that I think has helped me to remain healthy. And even though it's the week of Thanksgiving and I have not worked out at all, I've been active, but I haven't worked out really. And but that's working out, and whatever that workout looked like for you. And right now it's challenging. And here's the thing, I love walking on the track, because it's outside. I can wear my mask. I feel safe. I I like to go early in the morning and get my workout done. And so I like to go to about maybe 6:30, 7, like about 6:30 really, between 6:15 and 6:30 a.m. and try to do it before I start work because it gets my head right for work. Well, then it snows here in Colorado. And it's not bad that it snows, but it's bad that it gets icy and it's very cold. And so that's hard. And so then I have to think of something else. And so then I was going to the gym. And then the gym's closed because we're in quarantine right now. And so the gym that I am a member of, they didn't close. You can sign up and you can go, and they have a very limited number of people who can go in the gym. And I just haven't done it just because I'm trying to be safe. And so I am not able to get on the treadmill. I'm not able to go to the track. And so I have to figure out something else. And really all it is 30 minutes. If I do 30 minutes of whatever it is that I do, that works for me. And I told you all before, I track on my Apple Watch. So the thing that I will do now is I will search YouTube. I will find a dance video and I will dance for 30 minutes because that I can do, and it's encouraging and I'm having fun, and it still gets my 30 minutes in. So that is my third lesson. So eating the things that are right for my body, drinking enough water, working out. And again, 30 minutes a day. Walking 30 minutes works. But when I lost the almost 30 pounds from July into November, I was walking 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening. So that, just know that. But I'm only doing 30 minutes now, and I've only been doing 30 minutes like for maybe a month or two. So, and I'm still losing weight, which is really great. So that's that. The fourth thing is I really found that I need to track my food. And so I'm not good at it. I'm like not good at all. Like I'm horrible at it. But I am a member of WW, and one of the things that Oprah says is if you're off track, it's because you're not tracking. And that is so true. I like when I don't track, I don't do well, and I usually gain weight. Because here's a really good example of why tracking helps, especially with WW, because you have the app. I have it on my phone. It's very user friendly. But what happens is this. I love shrimp and grits. That's one of my favorite foods. I love shrimp, period. But I love shrimp and grits. I can eat shrimp and grits on my WW plan. It's totally fine. However, if I eat the entire bowl of shrimp and grits with all the goodness, like all the things that makes shrimp and grits delicious, if I eat all of it, that's literally all of my points in a day. But if I'm not tracking, I'm just eating mindlessly, and that doesn't work. And so for me, when I'm tracking, I put in shrimp and grits, and then it tells me this is going to cost you all your points. So then I make a quality choice of eating a portion of it and not all of it. So maybe I'd eat half of that. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I borrow into the points that I have for the week. Whatever the case. But tracking for me works because it teaches me discipline and portion sizes. And so tracking is the next thing that I've learned. So eating the things that are good for my body, drinking enough water that I need for my body, working out 30 minutes a day, really simple, and then tracking my food. Those 4 things. And then one more thing that I think is key, and that for me is intermittent fasting. So an intermittent fasting for me is just it's a step towards being disciplined, living a disciplined life. So for me, I just choose what time I'm going to start eating in the morning and what time I'm going to stop eating in the evening. And that is my time frame for eating. And usually I typically do 5 o'clock. I'll do like, you can't eat before 8 or 9. You can't eat after 5 or 6. And so, and that works really well for me because it keeps me disciplined. Now, I will give myself wiggle room because if I am going out to dinner or something like that and we're meeting at like 7 or 8, then maybe I'll have something light like a salad or something like that, which is fine. So, yeah. So those are my 5 things. Those are the things. That's kind of, if there be a secret to success, that would be it. That's kind of what I am inside of right now. I have been off for about 2 weeks maybe 2 or 3 weeks. No, about 2 weeks. I've been off, and mostly because it's the holiday season. But unlike any other time in my life, I don't feel like I have to start all over, like start from the top. I don't have to do that. I really don't. It's fine. But one of the things that really I love to do, and it's my thing, is I love to do like 21-day challenges, 10-day challenges, 3-day fast, different things like that. And so I am just really kind of looking to see what I'd like to do just to kind of kickstart me and to end this year right. And so I'm considering a 21-day concentrated effort toward those 5 things that I just talked about, which is eating the right stuff for my body, drinking the right amount of water, working out, tracking my food, and intermittent fasting. Just those 5 things. So I intend to do those things and really place a focus on that. And then what I can do, I think, is allow you all to join me on kind of what my weight looks like. I actually weigh myself every week, but it's because I'm a WW member, and that's kind of an expectation, which some people are they're not okay with that. Totally fine. I am. I don't mind it at all, even though I'm very nervous about this weigh-in. But this weigh-in will begin, it'll be the beginning of the 21-day is what I think I'm going to do. I'd like to do a 21-day focus just to kind of readjust after the holidays, and I'd like to do a 3-day like liquid fast, and I want to bring you all along with that because I think that's a good way to end the year. Just kind of put, you know, an exclamation point on the end of this year, this beautiful 2020 year that people are trying to cancel. I will not cancel 2020. I turned 50 in 2020, so it cannot be canceled. So that's my health journey update. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, please give me a thumbs up. You can leave a comment at the bottom. I would love for you to subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Join the family, and definitely hit the bell notification if you want to continue to get updates about when I actually upload a video. So thank you so much for joining, and I will see you next time. Bye.